going on, y'all? I see my man, I see who it is. It's been a while since he been on the cam, you know what I mean? I mean, you know, handling his situations like as he's supposed to, like a grown man's supposed to.
Most definitely,
you know what I mean?
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? So, you know, we just out here, you know, enjoying the day, vibing, you know what I mean? Doing a little inspirational conversations, you know what I mean? Motivation, that's what you need. You need a team like that. You need a team you need soldiers that's going, you know what I mean? People that's going to motivate you, help keep motivating you, and keep competition low key.
Don't judge me, y'all. I look like a bum.
He wasn't ready for me to pull up on him. That's what it was.
I look a little rough today. You hear me?
You know what I mean? He wasn't ready for me to pull up. You feel me? You know.
Easy out from Friday.
I guess I'm Craig.
Easy up from Friday. La 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 la.
You know what I mean? But I feel you on that. I feel you on the whole, you know, building on with the vibe and everything like that. Definitely.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
It's most.
Content is content and quality. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Definitely content and quality.
I definitely press for that. And man, just get in with the game.
Right.
I ain't gonna stunt with you, man. I'm the biggest procrastinator. I ain't gonna lie to you. I get there.
You said it, folks.
I get there, but I'm gonna dance with y'all a little bit. The process. I'm gonna get the process, but it's gonna be a little dance.
As long as you got a plan, as long as you know the plan and your process is gonna take time, be cool. I think a lot of people, they get afraid of starting the process. They had an idea, they have the motivation, they had the drive, and then when it's time to start it, either they start it for a little bit and then something distracts them, or they just afraid of, I don't know if I'm gonna make it doing this. There's so many other photographers, fashion, graphics, clothes. So what? Like,
well, you know what? I think not only that. I mean, not only myself with the word procrastination, but also out there, a lot of folks out there in general. That's a big thing too. When it comes to starting life, starting relationships, starting business. But on adding to the procrastination, I think it's more of not only procrastination, but it's more of I would say look at the language. They hesitant about the language. You know, it's like artists want to rap and stuff, but you know they got talent. But you ask them about the music or rapping, it's like they hesitate. They don't know the language. They don't know. Man, I got music, but I don't know what the resources or I don't even. Wait, what's that? What's the lyric? What's the verse? They know how to, but they don't know the language. So in business in general, people procrastinating. But it's like they hesitate because they're afraid of, they don't know the language.
Right. Do you feel it's important to know both sides of the industry as far as,
you know what,
business sides and producing?
You said.
And if so, what do you feel like you're more passionate about?
Both sides? Yes, because definitely a balance. You have to, basically it's like a job and career. Correct. But then also you have to, as you get into it, you have to find yourself, but you also got to learn how to separate. But as you get into it, you have to, it is a business. And you got to leave yourself out of it and deal with the business side of it, because that's basically how you want to grow, how you want to move. Correct. And you need to learn the business side. Right.
So do you feel like, as far as you being a graphic designer / producer, do you feel like the passion is got to be more than the drive?
Man, that's a good question. Passion more than drive. I want to say yeah. You know what? No, let me tell.
So you personally?
Let me take that back. Me personally, passion. Me personally. I'm gonna talk about me. What lately I've been doing was more of the. Damn, that's a good ass question, bro. I really don't even know what to say. I have a passion. I have a passion. That I have a few passions, but I have a passion for it. But what keeps me up the flow is just the drive. What keeps me just going is just the drive. Okay. You know what I mean? I have a passion to do a lot of things. Right. But what keeps me going? Right. I can stop doing it today and do it tomorrow. It's just the drive. The drive. I just want to continue just to create hot music or you know, hot graphics. Right. You know, the passion's there. You know, once you will see the passion when you identify my drive, what's driving me. Okay. in fact, you've got time to identify the drive inside, the passion inside of a person through the drive, like in other words, continuation.
Continue to grow and build, right?
What's causing him to continue? I think that's where you would see the passion.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. No, I definitely dig it. I think more for me, I'll go with the drive a little bit more than the passion, because the drive keeps my mindset going. It keeps me. Once I'm content with the passion I got for it, once I'm in love with it, I'm like, yo, this was that. I keep it content. I keep it solid. The drive is where it's going to continue to push me to take it to the next level. Like it's like mastering something. Like when I first started.
Okay, good point.
Like when I first started the clothing brand, like I had the idea, I had the name, I had what I was doing, where I was going with it. Then it was then the obstacle. I had the passion for it. Then the drive was designing.
Okay.
So I started designing, and I was like, alright. At first, I wasn't really feeling it as much, because it was like, plain Jane. But the more I started driven myself, started watching people on YouTube, watching other designers, it gave me more drive to be like, alright, now I'm gonna put on into it now. Now I'm at the point where I feel like I done mastered it enough. Now I need to take it to the next level.
Understood.
And take it further with the design itself. So that's why I say drive for me is always, put me in that perspective.
I definitely get it. Cause the drive, man. Drive keeps you driving. Like the way it sounds.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I would say because passion is like you could just slow roast the passion.
Correct.
But your passion will get there. But if you don't got no drive, I don't think you ain't gonna see no passion. You ain't gonna see no passion.
Passion, yeah.
With the creativity that the effort. I'm gonna say.
Right.
The creative effort. If it ain't no drive, you ain't gonna see that effort. You ain't gonna see no passion. Like you definitely gonna see no passion. Passion. That's a good point though. I'm gonna leave it there, but I like that. Later on I'm gonna get back to that. But that's a good question. I appreciate that.
Right, no doubt.
But so what for me to you? What is your name? What's the clothing name?
Stay True for Lauren.
Stay True for
Lauren.
Okay. Is that together or separate?
All together. All in one sentence.
Okay.
All in one sentence.
So what you mind me asking? I'm driving to the left a little bit. What made you come up with that? What came to hit? What made you come up with that name?
In the beginning, for Lauren, I always admired that name. For Lauren, for those who don't know what Lauren is, Lauren means great man, walk with wealth, walk with glory.
Tough.
Thank you, I appreciate that. When I got to stay true is because one thing about me, about my clothing brand, I'm always true to myself. No matter what, good or bad, happy or sad, I always stay true to myself. So I was like, how can I put myself into the clothing brand? And that's when Stay True came along. Because I got clothing, my clothes come with statements, it comes with graphics. Regardless if you're gonna like it or not, what I bring is impact. What I bring is a message behind my clothing brand. Like I'm just not going to slap Stay True for Lauren or something and just sell it. It's a message behind it. I come into it with desire. I come into it with my own personal experiences in this clothing brand. So when I mean stay true, I tell everybody, my slogan is be you, be great, stay true.
Understood. Most definitely.
Appreciate it.
So out of curiosity, what when your clothing line for me, your clothes in general specifically, what style does it put out? What vibe does it put out?
It puts out a vibe for everybody. Streetwear, I got preppy. I'm into the preppy casual wear now. You know what I mean. Henceforth, more. I'm going from that to the elegant role in a way as well too. I'm working on it's versatile. I don't want to stay in one wave or just streetwear or just classic wear. I want to be versatile. I want to hit all places in all areas.
So let me ask you this too. You know what I mean? Back to you. I know I'm picking with you a little bit on your brand. So just for those who are watching, my question to you too is what could you say to me was a tough? What's a tough What's a tough battle as you continue to your journey on building your brand? What's the toughest battle?
Not to be like everybody else.
Okay. Understood.
Simplicity is now, and I'm glad you asked me that. Simplicity, I see, is now the wave. Everybody, like, for example, I see a guy right there walking down the street. He just got a graphic, a name, and that's it.
You know what?
Simplicity is like people walking with just loyalty across your shirt. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny? Not to cut you, but I also was sitting thinking about this the other day too, man. I don't want to get too far into my idea, but I was doing some work, some graphic work the other day, and I see just clothing line, my name. But I'm like, yo, what? I'm like, why is that known just to be the I don't see nothing different from just the name.
Right.
And I actually thought about you two the other day, and I was like, you know what? I hit him up with an idea on his name, but just with different font.
Right.
But not only that too, but I know I'm dancing on me a little bit, but I thought about different type of text, different type of textual text. You feel what I'm saying? It could be rap,
like, and that's another thing too about clothing brand. I'm glad you picked that up. I'm glad you said that, because the texture, even when I got on, you know what I mean, the texture of it, it's not cotton, it's not polyester, it's more like a satin type of feel. And that's one thing about my clothing brand I always want to have. I want to have a different avenue of textures, for those like summertime, it's going to be hot. A lot of people don't want to wear, cotton all the time. So I'm going to have a satin, polyester type of feel to it. Then when it get nice and warm and it get cool, get nice and colder, you know what I mean? Then I would throw the cotton, more heavy cotton, more type of feel to it.
Now, let me ask you this. Let me throw you another one. Have you ever thought about? It came to my head, because it was me. It was me.
Right.
My type of vibe where some African casual. Dashiki, you know what I mean? With the
I'm willing to touch that.
Stitch and a patch.
Right. I'm willing to touch that. I'm willing to touch all avenues. Like, I'm willing to touch, like, leopard, like rosary, like I touched, a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm willing to touch different avenues of it. I'm not willing. I'm not afraid to think outside the box
and change it up.
Most
definitely.
Because, like I said, I want to be very versatile with my clothing brand. I want to be able from white, Caucasian, Asian, African, don't matter. Like, when you come in, you stay true to yourself, and for FOLARIN, you are great. You know what I mean? You are a great person. So that's why the message behind my clothing brand is more important than the clothing brand itself. To understand when you put on Stay True FOLARIN, it's like, yo, you can look at a shirt. I say a shirt with a quote, and you can actually be like, yo, I can see myself wearing that. Cause that's where I'm at, my mind frame. You understand what I'm saying? I want my customers to come. I want my fans to come and understand when they put on Stay True FOLARIN shirt, your show is fire because of the message and the design and everything else.
Understood.
That's why I take my time. That's why I only produce a little bit, because one thing I learned about this generation right here, when it comes to simplicity, it's the fact that it's always a quote or a message behind it. It's always a quote behind. Like, I see people with shirts, they got, like I seen this fire this guy made on YouTube. Unfinished Legacy. Go follow them. Go like, subscribe. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment to them. He did a fire Muhammad Ali picture.
Yeah.
Fire. It was simple. Black and white. He had the hands up. It was simple. Fire. He put it on a t-shirt. Fire.
Understood.
Then the quote on it was, the greatest. Simple. Simplicity. Simple. Picture in the front, words in the back. But the passion and the message, how he had behind it, I will purchase the shirt because of that instead of the graphic itself. Don't get me wrong. The graphic is fire. It's Muhammad Ali. It's fire, and the way he did it, he did it print. Okay. So what he did was he took the image and put it in the print. He put like gel on top of it and pressed it, and then he pressed it and bam.
Okay.
Like that shit was totally different.
Okay, that's different. That's definitely different.
Compared to
different.
Yeah, compared to what I usually would do with the heat press and get, do it that way.
Yeah.
He did it totally different.
Most definitely. So what is not only now, did you create an avenue for the ladies yet or no?
Oh yeah.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, most definitely, man.
I gotta put a shout out to the ladies. You know what I mean? Definitely gotta put a brand out there for y'all. I did it for kids as well. I never just stuck to one gender.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I didn't. The brothers. I had to look out for the fellas first. It was the ladies, the kids. The toddlers. Like my clothing, it could go from small. You know what I mean? Because it's just a message behind it.
So designing something, has that been an interesting task? Has that been a challenge when it comes to the women, designing stuff for the women?
Yeah, because if you going off this generation, they like females is different. Every female is a level of the consideration. You got females that don't like the bougie shit, like the Fendi, the Prada, the Louis, and all that. Then you got women who do. So it's like your mindset is you want the ladies to come in and understand that it's a purpose behind what you putting this on.
Yeah.
You're just not putting it on just for the name. You putting it on as a statement. You staying true to yourself.
Understood.
When you buy Stay True FOLARIN, you coming into my store, my online shop, whatever platform I'm on, you coming on and you looking at these clothes and you like, I like that. I like them. However but once you put that on, you part of a community with me because you're sharing my vision and you sharing it out to the world.
Well, you know what? It's funny, as you was talking, I was getting a vision of the word. Back to what we initially were talking about was kind of like to say the passion. As you wear it and make it part of you, that part of you also has something to do with passion.
Right.
Damn. Well, passion can go in so many ways, but specifically the word passion came to my head as you're talking. I can imagine some folks just putting on, the shirt or the pants or the combo, you know what I mean? And it's not only just the message, but it's just like they found a message, but it's the passion, like just wearing. If they really don't care about wearing clothes, if they don't care about the fashion, you're not gonna see them really. Cause I can put the shirt on too, and you can put the shirt on, but the difference is like I have a passion for fashion. I have a passion just to wear something.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I identified. It had a message. I put it on there.
Correct.
But I worded it with a passion.
Correct.
But I throwing something on there with no passion. You know what I'm saying? Not understand. You know what I mean? The message is like. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I understand that. Like I remember when one thing about me, and I ain't gonna front. You know what I mean? Like I'm a polo boy. I love polo. I love polo because it's simple. I look good in polo. So I understand that. That's the only reason why I cop polo. Other than that, I'm not. I learned to take myself and be like, alright. And this is, to me, this how I feel about it. I cannot produce something that I wouldn't see myself wearing.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, watch out though.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't put something out and be like, I could see you in it, but I can't see me in it.
Okay. Well, you still got to be open. You got to be more a little open to that too, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. So when I do put stuff out, I definitely will wear it. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't put nothing out. I can't see myself wearing it.
Okay, let me throw a wrench at you. Let me throw an extra. When it comes to the female clothes, I'm messing with you now. I was about to, when he said see yourself, he can't see yourself. I mean, you see yourself wearing. I said when you design the female clothes, I was about to hit him on there and throw a little wrench at.
No, because like I said, when I had to look at this day and age, this generation.
You do?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Because I want fans of all ages. And I noticed when it comes to the females, you have more the alphabet, you know, community. When it comes to females, I'm just gonna say that, you know, because you know, they canceling people now for saying, you know, certain things on YouTube.
Word.
We'll talk about that in another episode. So dealing with females of all types, you know, they start to wear, you know, guy clothes. So it's like, what I make, you know, a lady of that caliber could wear that, and then a lady of another caliber could wear that as well.
Understood.
You know what I mean? So
Most
all about, that's what I say, it's one thing about me and I, the message, like I said, is very important to stay true to myself.
Understood.
You know, never, because everybody, you could copy and paste everything now.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's clothing lines is, to me, clothing lines is more simpler, easier made than it was back then. Because back then it was simple. Either you was wearing, let's be honest. The main thing was Nike, Reebok, Fila, Tommy, Boss. You know, I grew up on Iceberg. I grew up on Jabos. I grew up on Red Monkeys, Evisus. Like.
Okay.
You feel me? Like I can go on and on and on and on.
But see, bro, what I want to say was, not to cut you, but what I want to say was that a lot of people got their own flavor. So
they don't know a lot of situations.
They got their own flavor to where they got a simple shirt, but they simple shirt they want to throw on a guitar on the shirt, or they want to throw
and it's understandable because at the end of the day,
you know what I'm saying?
It's understandable because at the end of the day, if you really look at the situation, you know what I mean, you have to really ask yourself, like, you know, some people, they look because it's just simplicity. You feel me? Like they feel like too much is like this right here. This is simple,
smooth.
Simple, clean shorts, boom.
It's more. I think it's more like texture, pattern and texture for real. You know what I mean? Well, at the same time, you know what? Let me take that back. No, it's more of a self. I mean, what you identify, because we can just look at. I'm just throwing shit out there, but just picture it in a picture. You can have car, moon, grass, lines of scrabble. But I guess when somebody look at it, they might see art in that. When they look at it, they might look at all the grass. They like, yo, I love this. Everything picture because of the grass stands out.
Right.
But they don't got nothing. It's not saying much to most people with the eye, but a lot of people look at a picture and see different. You might see grass. I see like a maze.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So people got their own their own intention on purpose because of the picking that item out or that product out, or why they like that. You know what I'm saying? So I say to myself, like, there is identifying different types of people who might like your brand or your creativity. You can make something that just says not only that, what I just said with everything on it. That might show that customer. I'd be like, yo, that customer, he like that type of shirt that you designed.
Right.
It's like it shows him. It sees him. Like he look like he's all over the place.
Correct.
So he picked up that brand. I mean, your brand with the whole bunch of stuff on there. So we meant simplicity. I'm thinking like, you know, that next customer came around, got the shirt with just a simple, creative but simple.
Right.